Hello student, welcome once again to my chemistry channel. I am Dr. Rohit Chakravarti. So I welcome you to my chemistry channel, Amazing Chemistry Classes. So today we are going to discuss in the P block element about the halogens. So very important questions which have come in your previous year board exams in CBSE. So today I am going to discuss all the questions. So I hope you guys will watch complete video because it's going to be a very important video for your board point of view. So let's start with the video. So here are the questions which I have taken out from the 10-year papers, and all the answers are based on your NCERT. Okay, so let's discuss. First one is the why halogens are colored and strong oxidizing agents. So the answer there are two parts for this question. First one is that why halogens are colored, and the second one is why halogens are strong oxidizing agent. So the halogen molecule which absorb light from the visible region, leading to the excitation of valence electron to the higher energy level. What happens when they absorb the light from the visible region? They get excited, molecules get excited, and when excited molecule come back to the lower energy level, they radiate the complementary colors, resulted in the formation of colored complexes. So the halogens are colored in nature. Secondly, why they are a strong oxidizing agent? Because due to the presence of strong electronegative nature, moreover they have higher standard reduction potential. So these are the two answers for this question, that why they are considered as a strong oxidizing agent, because they are electronegative in nature, and secondly they have high standard reduction potential. Okay, moving on to the next question, that why fluorine is most reactive of all the four common halogens. So here we are discussing the four common halogens, that is fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, and amongst it fluorine is most reactive. Second one is why fluorine is a better oxidizing agent than the chlorine. The answer for the first part is fluorine is most reactive because of its highest electronegative character and the lowest bond dissociation energy, and its formation of a strong bonds with the other elements. And so this is very important to note down, that fluorine is most reactive because of its high electronegative character, and moreover it has having the lowest bond dissociation energy, because of which it forms the strong bonds with the other elements. Second one is why it is considered as a better oxidizing agent than chlorine, because reduction potential of fluorine is higher than that of the chlorine. So it is mainly due to the low bond dissociation energy and high hydration energy. Fluoride ion is considered as better oxidizing agent than your chloride ion. Okay, moving on to the next one, that why fluorine is most reactive of all the four common halogens, and it provide highest or largest variety of interhalogen compounds. As we have seen in your NCERT book also, here let me show you interhalogen compounds. Here you can see different interhalogen compounds, and in most of you can see that fluorine is there. So fluorine forms most of the interhalogen compounds. Here you can see different shapes and structures of the interhalogen compounds, also physical state and color. Okay, so what is the reason behind it for this question, that fluorine is most reactive and it provides largest variety of interhalogen compounds? Being fluorine strongest oxidizing agent, it can form compounds with +5 and +7 oxidation state. Further, being smallest in size, and large number of fluorine can be accommodated around a, causing minimum steric hindrance. So it causes minimum steric hindrance. Secondly, it is having smaller in size and high electronegativity. Moreover, it can show +5 and +7 oxidation state. So amongst halogen, fluorine is the smallest and most electronegative, and this is the strongest oxidizing agent, because of which it forms maximum interhalogen compounds. Okay, now moving on to the next one, that is HF, hydrofluoric acid, is weaker acid than HCl in the aqueous solution. So what is the answer for this question? In aqueous HCl solution, it is a stronger acid because it has a lower bond dissociation energy. So to be more acidic, what is more required? That is it should have a low bond dissociation energy, and due to the longer bond length, so the dissociation energy is very less as compared to the HF. So HCl bond get easily dissociated, and it results in the form, it provides H plus ion. So that is why HCl is considered as a stronger acid than your HF. Okay, so you can note down these answers also. So you guys can take a snapshot. Now let's discuss some more questions of this halogen family. That is why metal fluorides why metal fluorides are more ionic than the metal chlorides. Fluorine is, as I have already discussed, that fluorine is more electronegative than chlorine, and greater the electronegative difference between the elements in a compound, higher will be the ionic character. Okay. Next one is ClF3 molecule has a T-shaped structure and not a trigonal planar. Why is it so? Because as we all know, chlorine is having 7 electrons in the valence shell. 3 of these 7 electrons form the bonds with fluorine atom, leaving 2 lone pair of electrons in chlorine. So the 2 lone pair occupy the equatorial position to minimize the lone pair and bond pair repulsion, which are greater than the bond pair repulsion. This leads to the shape of similar to the bent T structure. Okay, so this is the answer for this question, that the 2 lone pair occupy the equatorial position, which is actually to minimize the lone pair and a bond pair repulsion, which is greater than that of the bond pair repulsion. Hence the structure of ClF3 molecule is T-shaped. Moving on to the next one, that is fluorine does not form polyhalides because fluorine does not have the d orbitals. Those element which does not have d orbitals does not form the polyhalides compound. The pK value of the 4 oxy acids of chlorine follow the order. So this is the order, that HClO4 negative, then ClO3 negative, then ClO2 negative, and ClO negative. This is because the stability order of the conjugate bases of 4 oxy acids of chlorine. This is the order, and this is due to the resonance, which is maximum in ClO4 negative and minimum in the ClO negative. Here you can see the resonating structures of these molecules. Thus HClO4 will be more acidic, most acidic, and that is because it is having the highest or maximum Ka and minimum pK value. So to be more acidic, pK value has to be minimum. As we all know, relative acidity can also be explained on the basis of oxidation state of chlorine. Higher the oxidation state, more will be the acidic character. Very important line to note down, that whenever the oxidation state is higher, more will be the acidic character. So the Ka value and less will be the pK value. Here I have written, this is very important, you can note down, this is a decreasing Ka value and increasing pK value. Okay. Moving on to some more questions based on your halogen family, that is ICl is more reactive than iodine. Why is it so? It is because ICl is polar due to the difference in the electronegativity of iodine and chlorine, because of which ICl is more reactive than your I2. Next one is why fluorine does not play the role of a central atom in the interhalogen compounds. So what are interhalogen compounds? I have shown these are known as interhalogen compounds. Okay, where 2 halogen group combined together to form a compound are known as interhalogen compound. So fluorine is not present as a central atom in the interhalogen compound because of the low enthalpy of dissociation of fluorine-fluorine bond and high hydration energy of the fluoride ion. Okay, moving on to the next one, that is iron dissolves in aqueous HCl to form FeCl2, not the FeCl3. This is the reaction. Iron reacts with HCl, results in the formation of FeCl2, and as hydrogen gas get liberated. The evolved hydrogen being reducing in nature, hence it reduced the FeCl3 soon. So it is formed to FeCl2, not FeCl3. Okay, because hydrogen itself gets reacted, results in the formation of FeCl2 and HCl. Fluorine has fluorine F2 has lower bond dissociation enthalpy than chlorine. Why is it so? What is the reason behind? Fluorine forms only one oxo acid, that is HOF, because for the formation of other oxo acids, d orbitals are required for multiple p-pi bonding between the extra oxygen atom and fluorine. Hence high electronegativity and small size of fluorine also favors only formation of one oxo acids. Okay, moving on to the next one, that is when chlorine reacts with excess of fluorine, ClF3 is formed and not FCl3. Why is it so? Hence here you can see, very important question again, when chlorine reacts with excess of fluorine gas because of small size of and high electronegativity of fluorine, due to which it cannot show positive oxidation state. As we all know that fluorine is highly electronegative. Also due to the smaller size and non-availability of the vacant d orbital, fluorine is not able to accommodate 3b chlorine atoms around itself. Thus FCl3 is not formed. On the other hand, chlorine is being large in size. As we go down in the group in the halogen family, that is fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, the size get increased. So here I have written, on the other hand, chlorine being large in size, and due to the availability of the vacant d orbital, it can accommodate all the electrons. So it can accommodate the 3f atoms around itself and thus forming ClF3. So this is the reason behind that fluorine is smaller in size and chlorine is larger in size, and it contains d orbital, vacant d orbital. So ClF3 is formed. Now the last one, very important question again. HF is the weakest acid and HI is the strongest acid. Why is it so? The strength of an acid depends upon the degree of ionization, which in turn depends upon the bond strength. Hence I have written over here, Hx is represented the acid. Okay, X is your halogen. Thus the higher bond dissociation energy, lower is the degree of ionization. Hence weaker acid is the weak is the acid. So the bond dissociation, very important point to note down, that the bond dissociation energy is very important for the acidic strength. If the bond dissociation energy is low, the acidic strength must be high of that acid. So I have written over here that the higher bond dissociation energy, lower is degree of ionization and higher, and hence weaker is the acid. So the bond dissociation energy of halogen acid increases in the order. This is the bond dissociation energy, because of which what we consider